Hey everybody, I am making this video message and I want to tell you all that people got mad simply because you grew. You evolved, you elevated, and you stopped doing certain things that they were accustomed to you doing. One thing I want you all to understand is that sometimes people, they get so comfortable with where you are in your life. They get comfortable with the mess and the drama in your life. They get comfortable with the confusion and the chaos that's around you, that's in you, or that's in your life. And so for a lot of you all, you got up one day and you said, I'm tired of the drama. I'm sick and tired of the chaos. I'm tired of the confusion. I'm tired of doing the same thing. I'm tired, however that looks for you. Some of you all, you've completely got tired of the same routine of drinking, of doing drugs, of sleeping around, of going out to the club, of being caught up in love triangles, in being caught up with fake friends and phony friends. You're arguing with them, you're fighting with them, you're falling out with them. You've grown tired of not growing, and things you're putting your hands on, it's not flourishing. And so what you did, you made a choice to cut certain people off. You made a choice to move out a certain neighborhood that was troubling you. And that neighborhood was full of drama. It was full of mess and confusion. But you packed up your things and you got away from it. A lot of you all, you have made a decision to change your routine and change what was slowly killing you and bringing you down and making you cry and keeping you depressed. And one way you will know that things are changing and people are getting angry when you start to grow is when the calls and the text messages on your phone, they slow down or they stop altogether. You will know that you are growing and evolving and changing when you are in the presence of those friends that you've always kicked it with and you've always hung out with and you've been around them. And they are the ones that have gotten comfortable with what you've been doing and who you used to be. When they start looking at you funny and start questioning you about, hey, why are you acting weird? Why are you acting different? Why are you not coming out to the club with me? You used to be the main one, jumping up, looking for an outfit, pulling out the drinks, pulling out the smokes, so we can go and dance in the club and meet some men. Or fellas, if it was you, your guys are coming at you like you was the first one that was excited to go to the club and meet some of the ladies. When you start to see people in your circle question, why are you acting different? Something's off with you. Your energy is different. Or they stop coming around. They don't want to come to your house anymore. Or if you ask them, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm not doing anything, but you find out after the fact that they've indeed hung out with some other people. You found out that they've went out when initially they told you they were not going out, but you found out they did go out. But you were not invited. This is how you're going to know that you are growing and changing and evolving. Continue to grow. Continue to change. Continue to evolve. I remember a conversation I had with a man about 2 or 3 years ago. And a mistake that I made is I was sharing with him a lot of plans that I had for my life. I was sharing with him some things that I had in the works and in the making. And I was sharing it with him not to show off, not to brag, not to stunt, but it was really to inspire him, because I thought him saying that he liked me sharing with him what I planned on doing in the next few years. I thought that that would encourage him, because he had shared with me a couple of things that he wanted to do in his life. And so I believed that we were connecting with each other and we were just, sharing some things. But over time, he started backing away from me. Right after I shared with him my visions and my goal, and something actively that I had been working on, he started to act really funny. And I remember we were having a general conversation one day through text messages. And he said to me, you need to slow down. You need to chill. And I was confused as to why he was telling me that. So I came at him and I said, why are you telling me to slow down? Why are you telling me to chill? Slow down and chill with what? He was like, I understand that you have goals. I understand, Kiki, that you are ambitious. I understand that you have a good head on your shoulders and you have a plan in the next several years of where you want to be and what you want to do. But you need to slow down. You need to chill. That's all he had to say to me. When he made that statement to me, I already knew where he was. And initially, when he told me his plans were and what he was doing, I guess at some point he stopped believing in himself. I guess he stopped dreaming. I guess he felt like I was surpassing him when all of my stuff was not even together. Even now, everything in my life is still not all together. But if you feel like you're connecting with somebody, a lot of times we will open up our mouth and we will tell somebody something and it has not come to pass. It has not fully grown or manifested itself. And so if somebody feels like, oh, I'm on step number 3, but he or she is on step number 7, they're leaving me behind. There's a fear there. There's an anger there. And I really believe when this man told me this a few years ago, that is how he started viewing me. People will start to look at you like you're a competition up against them. When the whole time your heart, listen to me when I tell you this, your literal heart, your motive, and your intent behind sharing certain things is not to be competitive. It's not to compare. It's not to evoke jealousy or rage or anger in anybody. You just feel like, you know what? I connect with this sister. I connect with this brother. I'm excited about my future. They seem to be excited about their future, or they seem to be excited about my future. But when you dream big, when you have big visions, when you have big goals, when you are no longer comfortable being mediocre, when you are no longer comfortable being in survival mode, when you are no longer comfortable being in mess, being in drama, being in confusion, when you are no longer comfortable putting your hands to something and it's not flourishing because it's certain people around you who are speaking against you or praying against you, or internally in their heart they're really not happy for you. And so you continue to grow. You leave people, places, and things behind. You stop sharing certain dreams and goals with people. I'm here to tell you, don't stop growing. Continue to grow. Continue to put everything on the altar of the Lord as far as what you want him to do, and allow God to make the choice and the decision if all of what you're putting at his feet is in his will. Because I will always tell you all, it's only because of the will of God that anything will come to pass in your life. Period. Some of you all may not like that. You may not agree with that. You may get angry about that. But this is a fact. I don't care how hard you work on something. If God does not want you to be a millionaire, sir or ma'am, you will not be a millionaire. Period. And you need to hear the truth. It does not mean you will struggle. It does not mean that you won't be well off. It does not mean that you will not have money to pay all of your bills early or on time, or even share finances with other people and help them. It doesn't mean that. But God is not calling every single person to be a millionaire. God is not calling every single person to be at celebrity status. God is not calling every single person to live in a mansion or a mini mansion or drive a luxury car. You all have got to stop thinking that being at that level means that God is blessing you, when God can still bless you, but it's at another level. He knows where all of us are. Mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. He knows who's arrogant. He knows who's waiting to get certain blessings from him so they can show off. Let me tell you something. God is not a fool. He's definitely not ignorant. And he's not ignorant to who we are. He knows us to the core of our souls. And somebody out here needs to tell you all the truth. See, I'm going to tell you the real. I'm going to tell you the truth. But you still need to love God and be okay with whatever God gives you without complaining and murmuring. Continue to grow, however your growth looks for you. You cannot continue to hold on to people who really are not happy for you. Now, with some people, because I've been around some people in my life, I know some people who, if I shared something with them, or if they saw me get a small win, I knew from discernment that they were not 100% happy for me. But at the same time, I knew that the level they were in their life in that moment and in that time, they were going through something. And they wanted their time to happen. And because their time had not occurred yet, they could not be happy for me. But overall, their character was not evil. They were not overall a jealous person. They may have just displayed a level of jealousy in that moment or in that season of their life. That's why it's going to take you having discernment and you having an active prayer life for you to know and understand where someone is. Because sometimes you could cut off the wrong person or the wrong people. But you better be praying about your friends. You better be praying for your family. You better be praying about the people who are in your circle. Because when you really start to grow and you get focused and you are no longer doing the things that you used to do with the people in your circle, it doesn't mean you love them any less. It doesn't mean you don't respect them. It doesn't mean that if you get put on before them or you elevate, that you won't come down and stick your hand out to grab them and lift them up. This is what a lot of people forget. They always, it escapes them because they feel like, well, my friend, she's been rocking with me for 20, 30 years, and now she's getting a little bit of money, she's getting popularity, she's gonna forget about me. You haven't even given some of you all, that particular friend or family member or that church member, the chance to even really get their feet in to their situation and get settled in and acclimated good enough before already you in your emotions and you speaking against them and making assumptions about them because they got a win but you didn't. Give people a chance. And so, like I said, they cut you off. They stop calling you and coming around and inviting you out. They stop smiling when you come on the scene. They stop texting you and responding to your text messages because you simply grew. Don't apologize for your growth. Don't apologize for your elevation. Don't apologize for blessings and opportunities that God have brought to you. Don't. You don't owe anybody an apology, because while people are sitting around expecting you to apologize to them or feel bad because of your blessings and your growth, or they're trying to shame you for your growth and for the position you're in, trust me, honey, when they get put on and when they get a certain opportunity or their situation goes from bad or worse to good, they're not going to apologize to you. So this is why you got to stop worrying about the feelings of other people when you know it's your time and your season of growth and blessings. And that is the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have taken offense to anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay, it's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.